Hello, world, and welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you are in the right place. I'm so excited about this episode because in this video we are speaking about personal development. And the topic of this video is how to set goals. Let's get straight into the video. Goals, big. Okay, look, goals. Goals is one of the things I love to talk about because I am a very ambitious, goal-oriented person. I am so goal-oriented that it became toxic before in my life. Like, I'm like goal queen. Like, I have to follow, like, only thing I wake up and I think about my goals. If it ain't in alignment with my goals, I ain't doing it. But you have to have balance with these things. So this video is how to set goals because a lot of people don't know how to set goals, and at first I didn't know how to set goals. I was lucky enough one day to pick up this book by Brian Tracy called Goals, and even though before then I set goals, but I was not accomplishing them how I wanted to, like things was not coming into a reality. Actually, what I realized is that I was doing it wrong. There's a particular way for us to do this right? To set goals. The goals I was setting, first of all, was unrealistic, right? They were not just in my reach, but beyond my reach, okay? They were things that was not in alignment with who I am, and so that's what we're going to get in today. So before you actually set goals, there's many things that needs to happen before you even actually start writing down a goal list. First of all, the number one thing, first of all, to do is to understand who you are and what you want. Now, this is not to say you're going to know yourself because people still in the journey of finding themselves. I'm still tweaking myself, even though, I've been doing a whole lot of work on myself. The universe, like, when is it going to come to an end? Never, for this healing process, Even though I've been doing a whole lot of work on myself, I'm still tweaking some things, still figuring out some things, still, like, letting some things go, still realizing that's not us, Mecca. Still aligning, okay? So first, it's understanding who you are, having a better understanding of yourself and what you want. And to do that, it's by asking questions and listing out in every area on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most satisfied in each area of life, what that look like for you. So for example, relationships, both personal and impersonal. What does a successful relationship look like to you? What is the qualities that you want in a woman, in a man, of the person you want to be with? What does a career look like to you? Successful business? What does a day of spending money look like to you? Your daily money habits. So this is something that you have to actually sit down and do. Like, I did this for myself. I realized who I am as a person, okay? Just on some normal stuff, right? I can spend about a few hundred thousands a day, but I ain't like that. Not every day. But an everyday Mecca is spending up to $100 a day. If I'm just out about and I'm running and doing things, I'm spending about $100 a day. So that will tell me how much money I need to make residual to come in per month for myself, times 3, so I won't be broke. You get what I'm saying? So before I write down a financial goal for myself, I would say, how much money do I spend on a day that makes me happy? I go to Starbucks 3 times a day, okay, to get teas, herbal teas. I go to Starbucks 3 times a day. I like to go to First Watch for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I like to go to certain dinner places, get the grass-fed stuff and meats and blah, 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 and salads. And I like to buy vegetable juices. I operate between London, Miami, Cincinnati, other places. I travel a lot. Parking, if I have a car, Uber, like, this add up. And in the day, I'll be like, I spent $130. Like, how? You know what I mean? So before I made a financial goal, I had to realize what I wanted for my life financially. The places I wanted to live, how much that cost. The car I wanted to buy, how much that cost. The business I want to invest into, what is the cost that's looking like for the whole year. And then I create the financial goal. So it's understanding what you want out of your life in every area of your life first, knowing yourself before you actually start making goals. The second thing is making sure your goals are realistic. I remember I started making goals, right? I left the strip club and I had $0 when I left the strip club, negative $3.26 to be exact, okay? I made some goals. This is in 2015. I put on there, I put on my goal list. Well, 2015, this year, I have nothing, even though it is not, nothing is not impossible, but some things based on where you are at, depending if you're starting at a negative slate, whatever level of knowledge and expertise and experience you have, it can be either unrealistic or realistic. It have to be either a miracle or something. So for example, I set a goal. I was like, I drive a Bentley and a Mercedes. So I have no car at that time, right? But I said that I got a Bentley and a Mercedes. I just bought a $30,000 Rolex watch, a Chanel, two other purses. Like, and these were my goals. They were so egoic at that time as well. I bought a dance studio. I bought 3 houses. I did this. I did that. Like, like it was crazy to the point I looked and I totaled it all up like later and like 3 years later when I realized that they didn't even, some of them did not, you know, manifest into reality. But I realized, I was like, these goals was over like $5 million altogether, and I had negative $3 and some change in my account, and I was thinking I was going to accomplish this in just this 1 year based on all the traumas that was going on and unhealed wounds that I had with inside of my spirit.